How's it going, everyone? My name is Chips, and in this video I'm going to be attempting to build 3 different egg farms in ARK Survival Ascended. For the first one we have only 1 minute to get it done, the second one we're giving ourselves 10 minutes, and for the final one we have a full hour to get it built. Alright, so first up is our 1 minute egg farm build, so let's go ahead and throw a minute up on the clock, and let's get to building. Alright folks, so that is the 1 minute egg farm. Now I've gone ahead and brought in some Tyrannus so I can show you how this works, and I'll go ahead and turn the HUD on real quick so you can see they are all able to mate with each other from this distance. So not only do you get passive eggs, you'll also get fertilized eggs as well. And then of course underneath here we have our Oviraptor with its egg gathering setting turned on, so it's collecting those fertilized and non-fertilized eggs. Pretty quick, easy 1 minute build that actually works really well for gathering eggs. Alright, so next up is our 10-minute egg farm build, so let's go ahead and throw 10 minutes up on the clock, and let's get to building. Alright, so that is going to do it for our 10-minute build, and as you can see, I've already brought our Tyrannus in to show you how it works. Now, this was intended on being 2 stories high. Basically, I was going to duplicate everything I did here on the first floor up here on the second floor and have it be 2 stories. But yeah, about 3 minutes in, I realized I absolutely did not have the time to do that, so we just had to go with one story. So unfortunately, we can't fit as many in here as I intended, but it still, I think, has a pretty cool sort of castle design to it. And then each one has a bay that they get to stick their little heads out of and get some fresh air. We've got our Oviraptor down here. I initially intended on putting like a little ring in here. I completely forgot about it as I started to rush to try to get stuff done to fit him in, but just sitting him right down here in the middle of all their tails. And then, yeah, you just imagine this, I guess, basically 2 stories high, and then you'd have that kind of castle design there on the top of the second story. All right, and now finally it is time for our 1 hour egg farm build. So let's go ahead and throw an hour up on the clock, and let's get to building. Alright, so there you have it. That is our 1 hour egg farm build. Now, obviously, there are some things I wish I could have gotten done, some things I might have missed, but we only had an hour. So within an hour, I think we did a pretty good job at getting sort of what is supposed to look like a factory, an egg factory, if you will, built up. Try to go with a lot of kind of industrial looking details, a lot of stone and metal mixed in, just some like different kind of archways and whatnot there on that entrance. We've got this kind of like greenhouse section up here. We've got these little greenhouse sections back here, obviously using the water tanks stacked on top of each other to sort of look like smoke towers. And then I went ahead and put a greenhouse back here as well, just because if we're making an egg farm, we might also want to grow some vegetables. So I figured it might be good to have an actual greenhouse on it. I was starting to run low on time here on these back walls, so I was just kind of trying to come up with something generic that I could do pretty quickly to get these done, because I wanted to save time to build this little like water reservoir type of thing over here as well. I actually planned on doing 2 of them, but just ran out of time and was only able to get 1 done. Tried to use these sort of like pipe designs going up into our walls on some different spots around the build. Coming inside the build, this area right here at the beginning, I think would be sort of like where we would actually be making our kibble and stuff. So we'd probably put some fridges, a grill, everything we would need to get the stuff necessary for making kibble. And then obviously you have all of our Utyrannus back here producing our eggs. You could also use this area over here for some smaller dinosaurs like moss chops if you want to have different kinds of eggs, but obviously the kibble we make using Utyrannus eggs can be used to tame anything. So really they're the only thing you would need. Got our Oviraptor down there collecting all of them. The one thing I didn't get around to was actually giving this door up here a purpose. I meant to make this into sort of like an office up here, but just honestly ran out of time before I could get that done. Alright everyone, that is going to do it for this little challenge. If you want to see me do more videos like this, make sure you leave me a comment down below, letting me know what type of build you want me to do this challenge on next. Before you leave, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe for future builds and gameplay in ARK Survival Ascended. And until next time, keep it crispy.